the baker of lost memories. The world is different at 4 in the morning, especially here deep within the whispering woods. Frost paints intricate lace patterns on the windows. A single golden light flickers to life inside the roots of the great oak. This is the domain of Barnaby. Barnaby is a badger of simple tastes but complex talents. He adjusts his round spectacles. He ties his flour-dusted apron around his thick waist. He lights the wood-fired oven. The fire crackles and pops. It is a cheerful sound that breaks the heavy silence of the winter night. Most bakers start with flour and water and yeast. Barnaby starts with a feeling. He waddles over to his pantry, but you will not find ordinary spices here. The shelves are lined with mismatched glass jars. Each jar glows with a faint ethereal light. He hums a low, rumbly tune as his paw hovers over the collection. Today, the forest feels too cold, too lonely. The winter has been long and the animals are weary. So Barnaby reaches for a jar on the top shelf. The label is handwritten in faded ink. It reads, "The first warm day of spring." He unscrews the lid. A scent like fresh grass and melting snow drifts into the room. He takes a pinch of this golden powder and sprinkles it into his mixing bowl. Next, he adds a teaspoon of patience. It looks like thick, slow-moving honey. Then comes the flour. It is rye dark and earthy. He pours the water, listening to the gentle splash. Now begins the dance. Barnaby pushes his paws into the dough. Push, fold, turn, push, fold, turn. It is a rhythm older than the trees outside. With every motion, he is not just mixing ingredients. He is knitting comfort into the very structure of the bread. He imagines the dough rising and expanding just as a heart expands when it hears good news. The kitchen begins to warm up. The smell of yeast and magic fills the small space. It chases away the shadows in the corners. Barnaby wipes his brow with a handkerchief. He is tired, but it is a good kind of tired. The kind that settles in your bones and makes you feel useful. He slides the loaves into the oven. Now he must wait. In our modern world, we forget how to wait. We want everything instant. But Barnaby knows that the best things cannot be rushed. The things that truly nourish our souls must transform in the dark heat. The dough must learn how to be bread. 30 minutes pass, then 40, and then it happens. The aroma escapes the oven door. It does not smell merely of baked goods. It smells like a hug from an old friend. It smells like safety. It smells like the promise that winter will eventually end. Barnaby opens the heavy iron door. The loaves are golden brown, singing with heat. The crust crackles softly as it meets the cool air. It is a song of triumph. A soft tap sounds at the window. Barnaby smiles. His whiskers twitch. He looks over to see a small robin perched on the sill. It is shivering slightly against the snow. The bird's black eyes are fixed on the steaming bread. "Just a moment, little one," Barnaby whispers. He cuts a thick slice. Steam rises in a swirling ribbon. He crumbles a warm piece and opens the window just a crack. The robin hops forward. The cold air rushes in, biting at his nose, but the warmth of the bread is stronger. It takes a crumb and flies up to a nearby branch. As the bird eats, a subtle change happens. Its red breast seems to glow a little brighter. The shiver leaves its wings. It chirps a sound of pure, crystallized joy that echoes through the sleeping forest. Barnaby closes the window and sits in his rocking chair. He takes a bite of his own masterpiece. He tastes the rye and the salt, but mostly he tastes the sunshine he sprinkled in earlier. The sun is beginning to rise now. It paints the snow in shades of pink and lavender. The forest is waking up. Soon others will come. The squirrels, the hedgehogs, maybe even the grumpy old fox. They will come not just for food, but to remember what warmth feels like. And Barnaby will be ready. For in this little kitchen under the roots of the ancient tree, he is baking more than just bread. He is baking hope. And that is a recipe worth waking up early for.